In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and use your new One Compact makeup. All of our makeup comes in these individual tins like this. This is my main highlight, and I'm going to pop it into my 3D palette 12. This is the palette that I always recommend to start off with. Next, we've got my brightening highlight. I'm going to put that right next to it. My contour, my blush, my bronzer, and my illuminator. So this one holds 6 on the bottom and 6 on the top. I like to pop some eyeshadows or my setting powder on the bottom. I like to keep my creams and my powders separate. Now let's apply some makeup. I like to start with my contour. I put this on either side of my face, right underneath my cheekbone. And then I draw a pretty thick line on my forehead to make my forehead look smaller. I'm using the detail brush to apply this. I love this brush for contour, but it honestly works great with all of our creams. It gives a really nice medium coverage. Don't forget to contour your nose. I just draw 2 lines down my nose. This is going to make my nose look smaller. Next, we're going to take that same brush, flip it around, and I'm going to use the smaller end to go into my brightening highlight. Remember, this acts like concealer. So I start with putting it under my eyes, and then I really focus it like in my T-zone. So in between my eyebrows, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and right above my upper lip. I'm still using that same brush, using the bigger end. Our brushes are formulated for cream makeup, so they're not going to absorb the product. It's very easy to go from color to color. I'm just going to buff that on anywhere that I didn't put that other highlight or my contour color. You can literally do this however you want to. I like to buff it on and then blend it all together, but there really isn't a wrong way to do this. Keep in mind that a little goes a long way when it comes to cream makeup. You do not need a lot. If you find that your makeup is settling into your fine lines and wrinkles or looking cakey, you're honestly just using too much product. Because with creams, as you apply it to your skin warms up that product and it blends and spreads beautifully. So a little goes a long way. If you're someone that likes to fill in your brows like me, our creams work great for that. I use the Bella Bronzer. Okay, we're switching brushes to the blush and bronzer brush. I like to use the bigger end to just lightly feather on my bronzer. This is the best bronzer I've ever used. I'm going to show you how blendable it is. I'm actually going to take my finger and just apply some of this bronzer on either side of my forehead and just show you guys how easily it blends. Like, it literally takes nothing. It's amazing. I love it. And it doesn't turn me orange. It just gives me a really pretty glow. I like to use my finger to apply my blush. We have so many pretty blushes to choose from in 3 different finishes. There is satin, gloss, and semi-gloss. So it's totally personal preference. I tend to go for a satin, and then I just lightly blend that into my bronzer. It also works great as a lip stain. This is the color Frenchie, and it is so pretty. I almost forgot about my setting powder. I like to keep this in the bottom of my compact so it's separate from my creams. And then I'm going to take the powder brush and just set my makeup with this powder anywhere that I think I might get a little oily or shiny. Lastly, I'm going to take my Pearl Illuminator and just apply this to the high points of my cheeks. So think kind of by your eyes. You can apply this underneath your brow bone, down your nose, and on your Cupid's bow. It just gives a really pretty shimmer. Here's the finished look. I absolutely love this makeup and the fact that it looks and feels like a second skin without looking cakey or feeling like I'm wearing a ton of makeup. This look came from One Compact and took me under 10 minutes. Send me a message to get your own One Compact makeup.